What's good, gamers? Welcome back to the channel. Today I have a deck you all like for some reason, still not sure why. If you're a gamer in the virtual world, and this deck is just for you. Let's go straight into the deck profile. We have virtual world with Brave. Now you might wonder, what's the synergy? So the thing is, virtual world has cards you can discard, and Brave as well, and both engines require these cards. But there's more to that. Um, this deck is not one of the decks that, you know, summons the Griffin and passes. No, no, no. We are comboing with the Brave Engine. The Brave Engine is just new in the TCG, and a lot of people are only using it for the Omni Negate version. Although that is something you can do, it's not really that good. What this list does is it synchro summons using the tokens. And I'll explain what you can summon in a little bit. So first we go into the deck profile. Triple Lulu, triple Gigi, double Nyan Nyan, triple Lao Lao, of course, and triple, this is all standard, triple Quinlong, triple Kowloon, double Chuche, and one Xandu. Nothing about this engine has changed. Play triple Aquamancer, Griffin, 3 Rights, 1 Fateful Adventure, and 1. So these are the normal virtual world ratios, and these are the normal Brave token ratios. Now you might be wondering, what's the synergy? It's this card, which you kind of might not expect. What this deck does is you make a Beatrice. You send SCYTHE to the graveyard. What you then do is you use either your level 6 and your vanilla token, or you use your level 3 and your level 7. You make BARONNE. And as soon as you pass turn to your opponent's standby phase, you activate the effect of BARONNE to summon a monster from your grave, which will be SCYTHE. If they have a response to that, you can just negate it with BARONNE. Fleur goes back to the extra deck and you summon SCYTHE, and SCYTHE triggers. But even if you make it with a level 6 and a level 4, or level 3 and level 7, you still have the other ones. So we play 2 level 10 synchros in the extra deck, and I will explain in a little bit why we play those two, except for the fact that there are no other better cards. But this deck uses the Brave token engine as combo pieces, as extenders. This is not a deck that just sits on the Griffin. Now, of course, there are hands that may not be optimal, that just end on the Griffin, but most of the time you will just link it away. You will just use it as resources for a better combo than you normally do first world. So yeah, that's the site as well. Then for additional cards, you play the Droplet, since this deck doesn't mind discarding that much. And you can easily cheat it out by using cards like E-Teddy, that is currently at 3, so we would like to play 3. The last card, Line of Defense, is triple Infinite Permanence, rounding off for 42 cards. In the extra deck, we still play Breaksword, and I still play Gossip Shadow. I like to have 2 level 2 rank 3s. I'm not sure what this one should be. I've been playing Gossip Shadow for a while now, and I kind of like it, so he's still staying there. 1 Fan, 1 Ptolemy, 1 Beatrice, which is the most important card in the extra deck almost. Utopia Beyond, Gaia Charger, Zeus. Then we play Stardust Charge Warrior, Coral Dragon, still play Yuiji, Vermilion, Shen Shen, Baronne Fleur for her effect, and the other card is the Shengyi. This deck banishes a lot, actually, and especially if you have Shen Shen on the field, the effect of the Shengyi can come up really, really often. As in testing, it quite often did. There were also occasions where I had ended on like Shen Shen, and I still had the Chuche in the grave. And in my opponent's turn, I can banish Chuche and make his level higher to banish a card from my opponent's field. This card is ridiculously good in this deck. It is surprisingly coming up a lot of the times. And if you want to play something a little bit more spicy, we're already at 42 cards. I want to keep it consistent. What you could theoretically play as well in the deck is a Snow. So turn 1 you can send SCYTHE with Beatrice, and turn 2 you can send a Snow. That will help you with additional disruption, because you will go through a lot of cards anyway and your grave will be filled. And yeah, that could definitely help a little bit. So I'm gonna go grab a random test hand for you guys so you can kind of see um, what I'm kind of on about with the deck. I'm just gonna grab like something good, you know, just to show you a little bit of what you can do with the deck. So we're gonna start off a little bit broken. We're gonna open the best combination of cards in the entire deck. Now, don't mind these sleeves being a different color. You know, it's just for the deck profile educational purposes. I'm testing a lot of decks right now, so I'm gonna start off with the Kowloon. Doesn't really matter how you start off. You can start off however you want. Activate Chuche. Then we're gonna activate the Right of Asimir. We're gonna summon a token. I do not have any tokens, so I'll just summon this field center right now. And we will be able to equip Fateful Adventure from our hand. Then we activate the effect of Ludo. We can send any virtual world card to the grave, and we will add G to our hand. Summon of Lulu, the adventure triggers, ending our equip. With the adventure, we're gonna add Griffin. Do mind that we have 2 other cards in our hand. We're gonna summon the Griffin, and this guy equips itself back. So that's our Brave setup for now. Now we are safe to play underneath a Omni Negate. So let's say that our hand also has 2 imperms. So now we can actually properly resolve all the cards in our deck. We add Lala to our hand and we discard a singular card. Here we activate the Gigi. The traps are one of the most important cards and parts of this deck list. So definitely like be ready for that. Then we're gonna summon Stardust Charge. Another thing, due to the Brave engine, is it is kind of important that you keep your zones clear, because you already lost 2 zones, and it can come up often that your zones are plugged. So be sure to start summoning in the extra monster zone as fast as possible. Stardust Charge triggers, adding another card to our hand. Then we can activate Lala. Sending Yan Yan. Then we will trigger, we summon the Lulu. It's kind of important, doesn't really matter what you summon. Then we summon the Yan. We activate Chuche, targeting the Lulu. We overlay these 2 for Beatrice. Beatrice effect. We send Sights to the grave. If I can find it. We have a level 6, level 7, level 4, level 3, just like I explained a couple of times ago. We can link these 2 away, or synchro these 2 away for Baronne. So even though this Omni Negate is off, this Omni Negate is live. And we synchro these away for this guy. The Nyan Nyan triggers, heading back to Chuche to our deck. Then we set 2 cards. We passed her. Do mind that in the end phase you do not forget the effect of the GG, which is important even in testing. And then yeah, in our standby phase we can activate the Baronne. Summoning back a Sight. Sight will activate. You can activate Beatrice effect once more. Sending either another Enchantress, or you can send a Quinlong. Which is also important because you can, if you're missing any combo pieces, you can use Beatrice in your turn to send any of the pieces you're missing. And then in the opponent's turn, you can just send the Sight and then still do the same thing, which is very, very good. Now, this is the start of the Brave token era. I think that Brave token will make a huge mark on the game. Like, actually, this deck, we are just like, right now we're playing Phantom Knights with the Brave token as an Omni Negate, but in the near future we're gonna use Brave tokens for every deck, linking it off, synchroing it off, and there's gonna be insane stuff with YCS Las Vegas, and this is only a small taste of the things that you can do with this deck that can synergize pretty well with just a random deck. And yeah, that's the deck profile. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think of it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye guys.